Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Mae MacNaughton and I am the lead designer behind the brand Ardith Design. This is my Flosstube channel where we celebrate counted cross-stitch, sustainable stitching, and making all the things. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, I'm just so grateful that you came back to spend some time with me today. So today is January 24th, 2023. I have a pug trying to jump up here. And I just love counted cross stitch here. Luna Moon couldn't help herself. She wants to say hi. So this is Luna Moon. Loki Apple is somewhere probably getting into trouble. And they sit with me most days when I cross stitch in hand with the dogs in my lap. So they're like, okay, I'm ready to be in your lap again. All right, so I have so much to show you. I have several finishes from November and December, and I think early January as well. And a lot of stuff. I have a little bit of like a travel blog or vlog thing I'm going to insert to show you my thrift store finds. So that's going to be a different segment. But right now I'm going to show you my recent finishes. They're not fully finished objects, but they're fully like finished stitched and ready to show you. They have not been ironed. I stitch in hand, so everything looks, well, disheveled. So please forgive that. I have a couple of questions from some subscribers, and so I'm hoping to answer those to the best of my ability. And then we'll do a quick little tour of my house of the Valentine's Day decorations that I put up. I did not get all of my Valentine's Day stitching fully finished for this year, but that's what next year is for. But as you can see, I have one tree up and some other decorations for Valentine's Day. I believe in celebrating love in all of its forms, and particularly self-love. Pugs would say pug love. So yeah, I'm cutesy wootsy. I love bright colors. I love designing cross stitch patterns, and I love counted cross stitch. I tell people, anyone that'll listen, that cross stitch saved my life. It has enriched my life immeasurably. It's really unquantifiable. I cannot quantify how much cross stitch has changed my life. So I'm going to show you all that stuff. I am going to Nashville Needlework Market this year. I will be up on the 4th floor under Ardith Design. So if you have a local needlework shop or an online needlework store that you shop from and you want them to pick up one of my charts or designs, let them know. I'm going to be doing a market release video in the next couple weeks, so like mid-February, to show you everything that I am going to be taking with me to Nashville. The pugs will not be coming, but I'm sure there'll be pug hair somewhere in some of those packing boxes. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you some of my little Christmas finishes. Can I put you down? Can I put you down? I don't know if she's going to let me. I stitched some Gira pieces, Gira, G-E-R-A. She is a designer out of Japan. I follow her on Instagram, and she posted some of her freebie charts. I will link her website down below. You're gonna have to search her website for the particular charts, the freebie charts. So I'm gonna do my best here. I've got a couple Gira things that I've stitched, so I'll again refer to her website. So she posted the little freebie of the Santa freebie. So I went ahead and stitched him on one of my little scraps of fabric I had. As you can see, literally a scrap of fabric. What I like to do when I can is do a zigzag stitch on my scrap fabrics and then put them in my little ornament cut bag, so that if I want to do something small, I can just root around and grab a little scrap piece of fabric and start stitching. So this is one of the things I did. I want to say it's a 28 count linen, and it's like a sky blue. So I stitched this with 2 strands over 2 linen threads, and the black and the white there are, I think I did in Sulky, so that's just the 1 strand versus 2. And then, no, I take that back. That was Valdani. I used Valdani there, so that's 2 strands. So I stitched him, but I liked him so much, I stitched him again. And here he's on a 36 count. And this is on 36 count chickpea linen that I bought from Kitten Stitcher a couple years ago. And this is a perfect example for you if you are new to cross stitching or want a little refresher course with fabric counts. So when something's like a 28 count, that means there's 28 strands of that fiber. So here it's linen fiber, but it could be like a modal or like a cotton blend, or but whatever that is, the strands per inch, American inch. I know we're not on the metric system. So 28 strands here, 36 strands here. So that results in a smaller design size overall. So the smaller the fabric count, so the smaller, the higher the number of the fabric count, the smaller the stitch will result in. So there's side-by-side comparison. I did change the colors around here. I did more of a green, whereas here I did the black, the Valdani black. And they're so cute, and I'm gonna finish them, and I love them. These are the Jira Freebie Little Santas. The next thing I'm gonna show you is abandon a project. A UFO, yeah, I abandoned it. So I started doing this like Bountiful Bunnies, a hot bunny scotch project last year, and I couldn't quite get the tension right on the Aida. This is an 18 count Aida, which is equivalent to like a 36 count linen or even weave fabric. I did 2 strands and it was way too bulky. And then I went to 1 strand and that looked fine, but then I didn't like the colors that I chose and the difference. So I was not happy with this. It was not bringing me joy anymore. So I went ahead and cut this off. I can just add this like to a patchwork square or something and sew this up and be okay with it. So this is a unfinished project and it's abandoned and I'm okay with that. So I went ahead and I took this fabric that I cut from and I started another Jira pattern. And this is a freebie, again, on her, you can find her, so I did her Christmas one too. This is her Instagram here. I just have it up for her freebies. And then you can find her charts and stuff like Creative Poppy and some needlework places carry her stuff. This is one of her freebies she showed, and I stitched that. So I found her Peace Dove one, the freebie last year, and I had saved it. And so I started working on the doves, and this is where I'm at with that. So there's 2 birds and then it says Peace in 2016. So I started here 2 strands of Wonderfil thread. It's their spaghetti thread, spaghetti 12 weight cotton. So I did 2 strands, and again, bulky because this is 18 count, not 16 count, and I keep forgetting. I didn't like how bulky that was, so I switched down and I moved to a 1 strand of white, which not the Wonderfil, but another white I grabbed from my stash of Color and Cotton. And I'm working with the white, and it's called Tusk. And then I did that there. The 1 strand of that purple is the Wonderfil. And then again, I switched up, and so there's single and double strands, and I'm excited to be working on this. I got a question from a wonderful lady. She asked, how do I store my Sulky flosses? I have the Sulky Petite flosses, and these come on these little bobbins. I actually have the clear plastic carrying case, but I wanted to show if you're doing a project, these are silicone ice cube trays. They're the thin trays that you use to put ice cubes like in a sports drink or a sports bottle. I'm using those to hold my Wonderfil threads. Wonderfil, this is their 12 weight cotton. And this is Sulky 12 weight cotton. So I have been slowly switching over to Wonderfil threads, and I just wanted to show that this is one way I can put them and store them while I'm working on a project. My other way while I'm working on a project, I actually got one of these little spool holders. I think it's by June Taylor. She has a bunch of different products that came out. And so I put mine on this little thing, and I can lay it flat like this on my table or use the little thingy to prop it up. and then grab as I'm going. And I'll show you what project I use this for in a minute. So again, I have the clear cases. I have the silicone ice cube trays. And then I have like project bags where I just have like loose stuff. I know it's hard to keep track of though if I just dropped a spool on the floor trying to show you. I gotta pick it up before the dogs come and get it. You know what I mean by that. Pugs wanting to chew on it. So I hope that kind of answers a question. So here, yeah, the Jira, it's a freebie called Peace. I think it came out in 2016. Website below. So this is one of the projects that I'm working on. I am working on right now finishing up all my market stuff, my market releases. So I have a bunch of stitching that I cannot show you, but instead I'm just showing you all my works in progress and stuff that I finished. This is in a bag that was sent to me by Stephanie of Lindy Stitches, and I love it because of the pug. And this was made by the 805 Stitcher. So love this bag. The next project I want to show you, let me move everything out of the way. Oh, let me show you a finish. I used I used my Color and Cotton threads that I pulled a general pull and stuff for the Santas. I also used the threads and assorted threads here, mostly DMC in here, that came with a project that I purchased a couple years ago on eBay. I purchased this. It was a partially started project. I purchased it on eBay. It's by Needle Love, and it's the Barnyard stocking stuffers. And I thought they were so precious. So the eBay listing came with the fabric, and like 2 of them started out of the 6. Well, I finished all 6. Yay! So here's one of my finishes. That baggie of DMC was the baggie that I got with the eBay listing. So let me show you the ones that I finished, or okay, I started and finished, and then the ones that came, started, and I finished all together. Okay, so these came partially stitched, and I finished these, and they have the gray border. These are all on like a Lugana or basically it's an even weave fabric, which means it's even number of threads horizontally and vertically. Even weave, it's woven evenly. And I don't know the color, or I don't know the fabric consistency, but it feels like it's like a cotton synthetic blend fiber, even weave fabric. So there's the little sheep. I decided to fill in with some random green here. So each one of the animals has a different corresponding fence. So the sheep, and there's this fence, the cow, and then the cow, I want to say it's that metal, the cow pasture metal fence. And then I started and finished all of these using mostly the color palette that it was called for, because the DMCs were sent to me, but then I did just grab some different colors and finish it. So here, the little white picket fence with the pig. This is the little sunny, and it's a barn with sunflowers. Then there's the horse here with the wooden posts with the barbed wire for the horse. And then the chicken, and like the chicken coop, chicken wire. So I finished all 6 of those. So I need to fully finish them. And I just think they're so precious. So this was my first ever completed stockings that I've done. I have the Blackbird Design stocking books, the Halloween, and a couple other ones to work on. This inspired me to design some mini stockings, which will be coming out soon. Wink, wink. So keep your eyes out for that. So yeah, that's one of my finishes is the Barnyard Stocking Stuffers by Needle Love. This came out a while ago. So this is a discontinued chart. I want to say it came out in the 90s, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know the date. So that's another one of my finishes. Yay! The next finish that I have is, oh my gosh. So I have to finish this for my daughter. I have to fully finish this. I was stitching this for her and I didn't tell her, you know, until the end. And then she's like, okay, you need to put it in a frame now so I can put it in my room. It's the Yoga Huskies. Yay! I stitched this with mostly the called for colors. I think I switched up a couple of the yoga mat colors with a different DMC, but I followed all of the instructions. The back stitching, hardcore, but totally worth it. I love it so much. And this is another reason, as a cross-stitch designer, it is so important to stitch and practice and learn from other cross-stitchers, because it reinforced the importance of color coding your back stitch. So her chart was so easy and beautiful to follow, because one color was backstitch with 2 strands. The other color was backstitch with 1 strand, even though they're both with the white color, but they're charted in 2 different colors on the, so I could read it. Super readable. Like, okay, here I'm gonna do all 1 strand white, and then I'm gonna go back and do all 2 strands white. Okay, and now all 2 strands black, all 3 strands black. So I was able to methodically go through with the different strand requirements for backstitch, and it reinforced again how important it is to color code the backstitch so it's readable and practical. And with that, who designed this, Amanda Mae? I'm glad you asked. It is by Little Room in the Attic, and you can find this on Etsy. I omitted the yoga dogs up here. I did not put that in. And this is a fabric that was gifted to me by Karen. Thank you, Karen, a couple years ago. It's nice and soft and gorgeous. Here's my back side. And again, for the front, it looks so much better once I iron it, I know. I love the warrior pose. Look at that husky warrior. I gotta learn how to do that, I think. Just, no, I'm gonna stay on my head. I'm gonna stay on my head right now. All right, so that's another finish. And then I've got a work in progress here. It feels like it's been a work in progress for years, but that's okay. Nobody's keeping track. Nobody's saying, Amanda Mae, how dare you not be done with this? So it's okay. My heater kicked on. So I am in Maryland. I'm in Central Maryland, and it is so cold. I know. I shouldn't complain. Okay, let me show you my work in progress. It is Marie La Toinette by Peacock and Fig. She is a Canadian designer. She did a whole series. There's 4 of these, but I had to do Marie with that bouffant, that big, her powdered wig, doing the back stitching and all of this up here. Holy banana pants, is that, it's intense. I haven't decided, since this is a page finish here, if I'm going to finish and do her legs and make this go all the way around, or if I'm just gonna finish the stitching to right here where it cuts off and then frame it in a rectangle, so like it's just like part. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna finish, or I'm just gonna stop there. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've got time. There's no rush. I have, I'm stitching this on like it's a pretty fabric. I want to say it's linen. It's nice. With all the called for DMC on my little thread drops in a bag, one of the first bags I ever made. And this was, the fabric was a shirt that I cut up. And that's what that is. Ah. All right, I'm getting down to my finishes here. I've got, this was a start and a finish. I started this on the 17th of January and finished it that night. This is using one strand of Sulky on another scrap piece. This is a freebie from Donna of By the Bay Needle Art. By the Bay. And it says love, and it's a key, and it's so cute. Love it. The next project is from the book. Merritt sent me this book as a gift a couple years ago. She sent me this card and sent me this book. And it is the Counted Cross-Stitch Designs for Christmas book. As you can see, I like a lot of the charts in here. I decided to stitch this little one here, and it's the little kids and the snowman. So it's charted with Danish flower threads, and then it's also charted right here where the body of the snowman is not stitched. He's blank, but he has back stitching all around to define him. And he also has a broom. I didn't do that. What I did, I stitched him on 14 count. This is like a nice little blue Aida fabric. I used a blend here, one strand of the white Wonderfil with one strand of the 30 weight. It's a metallic thread by Sulky called Polystar. So I did one strand of that and one strand of the white, and it made the like glitter look for the snowman, and I stitched the whole snowman out. I messed up on his count, so that's why I decided to not put the broom in, because I couldn't fit him with the hands and everything. And then I just grabbed the different colors for the little kids. And it's so cute. So I gotta finish this up. I love snowmen. They're so precious. So I'm like a sticker I used as my bookmark. Someone had posted with the hashtag Save the Stitches and asked about a design that they had found at a thrift store and wanted to know, like, what was that from? What, like, who did that? And I happened to see her post. It was on Instagram. I had just finished this, looking at this book. So I wanted to show this, the power of social media. So she had posted this here, and I told her where to find the chart if she wanted to stitch it. And it's like the medieval style, the Danish medieval style tapestries translated into cross stitch. I love the Danish Handcraft Guild. I love them so much. Love, love, love. I love them so much that I decided for my Christmas present to myself, I purchased a couple things for Christmas. So I went on eBay and I went and looked under the Danish Handcraft Guild. I looked it up in English, and then I looked it up this Danish, I typed it up here, and I got 2 out-of-print calendars. This one is from 1970 by the Danish Handcraft Guild, and I also got this one from 1980. I know. Look at that bird. Look at that bird. I love it. I love it so much. This came in the mail, and I immediately stitched it. I stitched it. My needles were like fast, and I was zoop, 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 and I finished it. So I started this. When did I start it? I finished it in 1 week. So I love it so much. This project taught me a lot, a lot. All right, so this is from the calendar. I did a thread conversion. Okay, are you ready for this? I converted from Danish flower threads to DMC. And then I did a DMC conversion to Sulky. Yes, I did. And that's what we got. I did use one color in cotton, which is this like green, and I used it Kingfisher. But look at those. And with these bright colors, I was watching Golden Girls stitching my 1980 bird. Yes, love it. This taught me a lot because there are, I probably should get a little diagram out and have to talk about this next time. So the way it's charted is, I found these diagonal stitches really interesting. I'm like, how are they going 2 down, 2 down, 2 down and making it look so flowy? They're not going 2 down, 2 down. They're going, there's a cross stitch and then 1 stitch over another cross stitch, 1 stitch over another cross stitch. So it's staggering down in between the traditional cross stitches. I think I need to grab the board and show you what I mean. All right, I tried to draw this out. So say you're doing 2 stitches down by 3. So I have a square, so there'd be 6 full crosses all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would show up on your, you would actually, your final stitch would really look, they would be right together, right on top of each other, right, okay? Here they were charted, so instead of there being like 1, 2, and then 1 over, the cross is in the middle, so I would do 2 strands because I'm doing over 2. So let's see, like the 2. So think of that as like the over 2 fabric. So I would do the 1 stitch. So I counted over 2 strands and then put my X, counted over 2 strands, put my X. Well, the next stitch, instead of going over 2 strands, I'm going over to the 1 and going 1 and then counting over the 2 and doing the X. And then here, instead of going over 2 from that leg point, I'm doing, so it's a gradual, so it was very strange. Not strange bad, it was different for me. I don't know how to do that in the charting software that I have. These are all hand charted. So that's another thing to keep in mind too with these older patterns. If you are new to cross stitching, we have the luxury of growing up in the digital age of like everyone has a personal computer for the most part and access to printers and access to all the things. And we don't have to sit and hand chart if we don't want to. But the norm was hand charting pre-what, 1997? Everything was charted by hand. So there you could chart really neat. Now I don't know what the computer programs. Maybe I need to learn and get back to you. So anyway, that is my finish. I am going to stitch another one out of this book. I don't know if you'll be able to find this online. Here's one. Look at that one. These are pretty rare. I paid more money than I wish to admit on this channel for these, but I really wanted them and I got them for myself for Christmas. So I love them. Look at that. So each calendar year it has a different theme and a different like designer that put out for the Danish Handcraft Guild. And this one, the theme was birds and flowers. And I just love this so much. And so the back opens up and it has the charting symbols, so you can see, like, so it's all, as you can see, hand drawn, and then that's the Danish flower thread number. So I did that conversion here in black and white. You can't really, it doesn't do it justice. So this is like a calendar, like, so October, and there's the lantern, and then I don't know if that's a crow, a black crow, or a raven. And then on the next page over behind that is the chart for that month for you to stitch. So I got this calendar just for this one on front, and I stitched it right away. The next one, I do want to stitch this bird. I'm hoping I'll start this once I'm done with all my stuff for Nashville Needlework Market. I want to stitch, I liked the bird here on the cover. This is funky. These are some funky birds. Like, I love them. Look at this squirrel. Funky squirrel. The elephant. Elephant. Here, the snake. The lion. You see the next one is the rooster. And oh, here, look at that horse. There's like a person on the horse. This is the one I want to stitch, this one here. And so all the blank space, there's actual like blank spaces in this. It's not full coverage in here. And then it's got that interesting border on the outside. So that's the one I have on my 2-stitch list. Here it's like snowdrops and the sun. I think that's April. Here's like a hedgehog. So these are Danish Handcraft Guild. You can look this up. They have every year have a calendar, and these are the calendar cross stitch books that I got. Those are my finishes. I'm gonna, if you want to stick around and see my cross stitch, what I found out at the thrift stores haul, that's gonna be next. And I'll do my little Valentine's Day tour. So I'll be back in February to show you everything I have releasing for Market 2023. Please know that I appreciate you so much, and mwah, kisses. Hi, my friends. I'm really excited. So I just turned my car on. I'm leaving a store. I went to the thrift store because I cannot help myself. I know, but look at what I found. I found a sampler. So this is a sampler. It's a reproduction sampler someone stitched, and it looks like it's on like an oatmeal even weave cloth. It doesn't look like an Aida. It looks like an oatmeal even weave cloth. And I'll have to do some more close-ups. They did a lot of back stitching around the motifs, which makes me think that this might have been charted and stitched like in the 1980s, early 1990s. It doesn't have any identifying information on it. I'm going to try to see if I can find out what the chart is and what the pattern is, and go from there. What I'm really excited about too is I got a bag of stuff I got here, and we'll open it up and see all the stitching little goodies that I got. I bought a bag of cross stitch stuff, and it's all taped up, and they wouldn't let me open it to see what all was inside of the package. So we're gonna open it together because why not? So I spent $5 on the bag. I saw a couple of Bent Creek patterns. Well, I saw one Bent Creek pattern and I think one Little House Needleworks pattern. And so I took the chance and bought it because I think Bent Creek has the cutest little charts. I have stitched a couple of Bent Creek. The first thing I ever stitched was the Cat-O-Lantern, which was the kitty cat shaped like a pumpkin for Halloween. It's such a cute little chart. I like that all of her work that she does is really, like, usually it's small and it's super cute, so it can be a relatively quick stitch. So we're gonna go through that. I also got a pet bed. And what they mean by that, so at the thrift store, if there's like linens that are stained, instead of throwing them in the dumpster for saying like they're dirty, they'll put them in as pet beds, and then you pay $2 and you can purchase the stained textiles, usually like comforters or like throw blankets. Well, I found a vintage, and we'll look at it. It's rolled up, but I got it because it had, look at that, it had a little, it's stamped cross stitch, and the tag, it's an Afghan, and it's from the American Greetings Corporation, the Paragon Needlecraft here. So it's like one of those kit afghans from back in the day. I don't know what the whole pattern looks like, but we're gonna open it up. I'm gonna see if I can like dye it to like mask the stains, or if we can do some fussy cutting around the bits of the cross stitch bits and then like repurpose that into something else. So I'm really excited with what I found today, all cross stitch related, and we'll go through it in a little bit. Yay! Hi, I'm back. I have my goodies to show you. We're going to unpack and look at what I just got at the thrift store. I'm so excited. So I just took the tape off of this. I literally have not looked at this. I waited to show you. So it's got that heart. And what does it have? Oh, it's a, I'm so excited. It's a Care Bear. Oh my gosh. So I am a kid of the 1980s. So this is like so perfect. I had no idea it was the Care Bear. And catching the stars. How precious is that? Oh my gosh. So there's the little hearts. There's the stars. And I've had people ask, what's the difference between counted cross stitch and stamped cross stitch? Usually stamped cross stitch has the print either with ink that washes out when you put it in the washing machine, or you've printed your pattern on, like Sulky has the stick and stitch, which you would put on and then you stitch and then you put the stick and stitch in the water and it comes out, but it has that print that's stamped on. Or some kits have it where it's part of the fabric and you would still see, like underneath each stitch, you would still see that X where it's supposed to go, and that never goes away. So there's different terms there's different techniques for stamped cross stitch, and usually there's no limit on the size of the X's. So this is printed really, each X is really large. You could see some printing that's even larger, or some that's smaller. Whereas counted cross stitch uses that even weave fabric, and you're counting a set distance between points to make your X's. And there's no design or template on the fabric itself. Now, some counted cross stitch have pictures printed on the Aida fabric and you only stitch some of it. I know, there's a bunch of stuff, but for right now, this is stamped cross stitch and it's got a Care Bear. And I am so excited. I had no idea it was under here. I paid $2 for this. That little net is so whimsical. So I'll have to research this kit and see when it came out and if it's still available, if it's something that you could find. And look at the cute little clown. Oh my gosh, so precious. So that is the stamped cross stitch blanket I found today. Next is this bag of goodies. Oh, I got two different things. So I bought this for $1, and I got it for $1 because it came with this glass piece. I'll show you in a minute. And then I paid $5 for this. I know. What's in there? We're gonna look together. The reason I decided to spend $5 is I did see that it's Bent Creek. And then I saw Pumpkin Hollow Farms here, and I kind of tried to look, and it looked like Little House Needlework. So we're gonna open it up and see. I'm going to show you this here, and we'll talk about this. So I got this glass piece because it looks like one of those cross-stitch paperweights where you do your stitching, you put your stitching inside, and then there's the glass, and it's the paperweight. So I wanted to get that. It looks like someone never used this because of the adhesive. Yep, so it looks like there was like a price sticker or something on there that they couldn't get all the way off. I'm going to use Goo Gone, and it smells awful. Don't get it anywhere near your stitching. I'm gonna put some Goo Gone on there, let it set, and then you can use like a scraper tool. If you don't have a scraper tool, you can use like an old credit card, like the card, and you scrape it right off. So it's got, yep, it has that back template here. And it looks like someone got it. Oh, and here, the velvet backing that would go on the back. And then another piece of plastic. Oh, wow. That's an old piece of newspaper. So this is in the newspaper. It's a pattern. It's an advertisement from Buttermilk Basin, and it's copyright 2000. So that's cool. Oh, so there's two patterns. I thought there was only the heart and hand. So I saw the little angel here from Heart and Hand. I thought that was super cute. So that might be able to like stitch that and put that in. And then this is a Bent Creek and it's Town Hall. That's super cute with the little house. So I got those, and then, oh, these are floss bobbins on that ring. So if you wanted to wind up, and these are plastic. Very cool. Let's open the big bag. I think this is so precious that I found. That's really cool. So it's got the pattern, and it has the DMC and the directions and everything from 2000. I just got another book from the library that has the Buttermilk Basin wool applique charts and stuff. So that's really cool. All right, let's see what's in here. I feel like I should move the camera down so we can open this together. All right, let's see if we can do this. Can we see? Let's see, come down. I'm gonna chop my head off a little bit. It's worth it though, right? All right, what do we got first? So this is the first thing. Yep, it's Little House Needleworks, and it's Pumpkin Hollow Farms. That's super cute. Little House chart, and it's number 86. Oh, this is just a bag. Really? They put a bag in? Okay. Well, apparently I bought a bag. This is an older chart. I don't know what that's for, but I see might be a wagon wheel. I don't know what that is. Oh, cool. You and I and Friends. I have several of her charts that when they were manufactured in these things that got water damaged, like before I bought them. But I've never stitched any of her charts, but I like how they came in these little things. So the chart is inside, and it's really cute. It's a long and narrow sampler, and it's got a bee skep on it. And it's called Primitive Hive. That's super cute. Okay. Oh, this is one of those. It's in an embroidery hoop, and it's little hearts. This is perfect for Valentine's Day. I can put this one right out. It's there's stabilizer on the back. I don't know if this is machine stitched, like mass production. I know that some of the big box stores recently have come out with embroidery pieces for sale, or if someone hand did that at home, even with their machine, but hand stitched it. Okay, I got another little hoop. It's pink and plastic, but it's super cute for Valentine's Day. I can always just put it over here on my tree. Maybe figure out something I can put in there. Okay, what do we got? This is the next Signature Series cross stitch charts. Now these are very vintage. I don't think I would stitch any of those as I see them, but there's, it looks like a sampler, spinning wheel. Yeah, a bunch of early 80s things. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing that I'm particularly like, yay, let me stitch. Oh, here's Bent Creek. Let's see, is the chart in there? Is the chart in there? Dozen, is that it? All in a row. This is super cute. It's called All in a Row, and it's the alphabet, and it's long and narrow. And there's a house, a moon, stars, and then it looks like two flowers. Oh, yep, and the chart's in there. Yay! Awesome. Okay, the next thing here, it's a nice old chart, and it looks like the state of Massachusetts from 1984 by Betty Haddad, Haddad. That's cool. Magnificent Massachusetts. So it's just the, oh, here we go. Magnificent Massachusetts. That's pretty cool. What's next? You guys and gals and stitching friends. It's the Bent Creek. It's one of the little hangers. It's the banner hanger. Wire and wood banner holder. Awesome. That's a score. Okay. Oh, Homespun Elegance. I love, she's a really prolific designer, Sandra Sullivan. I've stitched a couple of her pieces, smaller pieces, super cute. I like that. Bits and pieces, and it's winter, and it's a home. Looks like it has the tree, and then you put some star charms, and then there's an ice skating charm here with the snowman. What's this? What's this? What's this? Liberty zippers. I don't, oh, okay. Bent Creek Liberty zippers. There are 6 zippers in this series, and these came out in 2000, and this one's the Liberty. I'll have to research what that is. I think they have, like, she integrates zippers into it. I'll have to look into that. All right, Claire Hatton's Colonial Welcome, basic welcome. It looks like it's stitched on like a 14 count oatmeal 8. It says welcome when 2 trees. Heartstrings, the Santa Gathering. Oh, and these are the ones where you integrate, you put the little buttons down. So there's that. Oh, and there's another Santa. So that, the one I just showed you is number 2. This one's number 1. That's super cute, and it's got the button. I just did a pattern, and I did a peppermint button like that for it. Super cute. All right, Plaid Pumpkin. Hillside Samplings. It looks like one of those freebie charts that you got with purchase. At the Hop. Loretta Sigmund Christmas Gathering. Number 8. So there's a nice plump snowman and an angel, a little house. And that says Noel with a heart. I haven't heard of that designer before. That's pretty cool. Oberlin Samplers. Oh, that's cute. So this says baskets. And it's got integrated inside the letters are the little scenes. So there's a lady with the garden, and then there's the big bushels. So here there's like gingerbread men, and then fruits and vegetables. And then down here is like her knitting and her crafts. Creative Moments. This is Winter Welcome Banner. And a creative product from Dunfield. And that's out of Georgia. Stitch With Us. Oh my gosh. So this is like a little book, but right there it's got that, it's got the honey sampler. I purchased this. It was an abandoned project. I purchased it on eBay to continue stitching. So that's from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is a step-by-step guide to beautiful stitchery. So that's super cute. It's one of those little promotional leaflet things. Homespun Collection. That's cute. And there's the birds, the birdhouse, and the sunflowers with the garden gate. Merry Christmas, Designs by Gloria and Pat. Oh, this got sent to the Arts and Crafts building at Andrews Air Force Base. How cool is that? 1989, a Christmas promotional. So it's got all the Merry Christmas stuff in it. Designs that count, some more Gloria and Pat stuff. Before you meet handsome prince, you have to kiss a lot of toads. And he's like, got his tongue out. And we've got some more vintage stuff, a tin stitchery. How to make a wreath in a basket. Some like inserts for quilting charts. Okay, sample card. This is a spool quilt and it has the chart, and then maple leaf, and it's got that's cool. All right, what is this? Okay, someone put in a little project bag. We'll look at that in a second. What's the last thing? Bent Creek. Oh, this is super cute. You Are My Sunshine. It's a birth sampler. You Are My Sunshine. And it has the name and then the date of birth, and then it's got the big sun. That's super precious. Move that over. Let's see what this is. So someone had this project. This is what it looks like in here. Let's open it up and see what's inside. It says peace. It says it's a special edition kit. Oh, that's cool. And it's got the Bent Creek sticker on it. Oh, cool. All right, it's got the chart. You can't see that. It's got the it's got the green fabric. Oh my gosh. So someone started this. They have a little Q-snap. I don't own a single Q-snap. I've never stitched with a Q-snap. Look at this. I got one I can try now. So someone had their needle, size 24 needle. Here are all the colors. Here. For this little stitch. Oh, and there's the ribbon. This is super precious. So the kit, put that needle away. The Q-snap. And that is really precious. It looks like, does it fit in? That's really cool. So I thought, so it's sewn, but it has this, so you insert your stitching in and then the border is already there. That's really cool. I might just stitch that. I think that was well worth $5. I'm super happy. There was some stuff in there, obviously, like not everything can be A+, right? And that's the joy of mystery bags. I typically don't like buying mystery things because it gives me anxiety. But like I said, I saw a couple of Bent Creek things. I'm like, yes, I have to see that. I have to see what's in there. I want to show you one more stack of stuff here. I stopped at a thrift store a couple days ago and purchased this stuff. And I just want to show you the charts that I got. Not the same shopping trip, but since I'm doing show and tell, I thought you wouldn't mind. Oh, I better make sure all of that stays together, right? All right, I got Snowfire cardinals. I thought that's so pretty. It is by Custom Crafts Incorporated, and it looks like it's full coverage. The same company, and this is a kitty cat. 2 kitty cats. I got Stitch World, the peonies, roses and peonies. I liked in the back, they show some of the other stuff they've done. And this is their medieval pheasant tapestry. That looks really cool. Got to keep my eye out. I've never stitched a Rosewood Manor before, but I was super excited to find this, and it's got a butterfly. I love butterflies. So I've thought that was really cool. This is a Stony Creek book. I mean, it's like it's chock-a-block full of stuff. Wow, it has a lot of stuff in here. I didn't even go through. Holy moly, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, I want to see if I can show you without showing you the charts. So this is a magazine. Let me see. It has like the Santa and that ornament. Always kiss me goodnight. Always kiss me goodnight. Love you. Love you more. I love you, a bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. Super cute. Then, so this is dated, it looks like 2016. Rise and Shine, and it's a cock-a-doodle-doo. It's a rooster and fields of food and goodies. Oh, this is super cute. Many blessings. And it is, life holds many blessings. Thanks for being one of them. Oh my gosh, this is super precious. Look at this. I like that. Oh, shoot. I like that a lot. I wonder who designed that. It's, well, it says Stony Creek, but I wasn't sure if it would tell me who the designer was. Oh, there's this owl, and it's got a verse with the owl, and then there's this up here. This is really cool. There's some pansies. Welcome to the house of cross stitch. And then there's some little charms, like scissors and some other thing. Halloween Village, a collector's series Afghan. Holy moly. It looks like they're sections of the whole Afghan. It's pretty big. This is super cute. Just little hearts, or not heart, and the little whimsical flowers. Growing Dreams, it says. Church. Different, and then the bell pull, all of the letters for the bell pull that's on the cover here for summer. That's really cool. I liked that bird one, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I got a quilt book. I have so many quilt books, and I just need to learn and do it, right? It's so pretty. Well, that's on the cover. You already saw that. Anyway, I got that, and then I got a couple more cross stitch. Marty Bell, Chaplin's Garden. That looks full coverage. This has a covered bridge, Country Christmas by Diane Fillon. It's got the quilts down at the bottom. And then I got the ocean. I think I already have this, but I couldn't help myself. It was like the dolphin. And I love the whale. I whaley love whales. And then the last one that I got, I was super stoked to find this because it had the little buttons. So these are Raspberry Patch Design Studio, and they're the little snowman. And then they have the corresponding ceramic little button. So there's this guy, and then this one, the trio of snowmen. And then this one, I really like this one. It's got a snowman, the little lady, and there's the birds and the birdhouse there. So birds and a birdhouse. But she's got a little sewing machine, and then look at her little hat. So I really liked that one. So that is my thrifted cross-stitch stash that I picked up this last week. Thanks for looking at all of this with me.